afternoon everyone. Today's session will discuss about one more problem that is solved under a dynamic programming technique. So that is a multi-stage graph problem. So in this multi-stage graph problem, as the name indicate here, so you will be having an vertices in the stages. Okay, even though they are not in that form, you need to convert that into the form that you have to convert your graph in such a way that all the vertices will comes in a stages. Like stage 1, I am having one vertex, stage 2, 3 vertices are there, stage 3, 2 vertices are there, stage 4, there is a one vertex. And always stage 1 and the last stage, you may have 10 stages also. The first stage and the last stage will usually have an single node. The first stage will represent the source node, and the whatever the node that is there in the last stage, that will usually represent the destination or the terminal nodes. So I need to find out the distance from source to the terminal or source to the destination, so that that path leads to the minimum path. So that is the multi-stage graph problem. As the name indicate, multi-stage. Here the vertices will be in the form of a different stages, and you will have a source vertex at the first stage and the destination vertex at the last stage. You need to find out the shortest path from source to the destination, so that whatever the path you are finding, that should be the minimum path. So that is the multi-stage graph problem. And here there are two methods are there. We can solve this multi-stage graph problem. One is an backward approach and the other one is an forward approach. So what we are doing in a backward approach here is, assume that backward, as the name indicate, that I will be coming from backward, go on substitute it from the backward. Forward means we will go on substitute from the beginning to the end. There it is end to the beginning, as the name indicates. So now first I will consider this backward approach. So what I am doing in the backward approach here is, I need to find out the distance from source to the destination. We need to find out the distance from source to the destination. So it is minimum of, so there are so many paths will be there from source to the destination in order to move. In this particular example, how many options I am having in order to move from source to the terminal? So this is one option, this is another option, this is another option. So whichever is a minimum, so I will go for that one. So it is minimum of 1 plus distance from A to T. Okay, then it is 2 plus distance from B to T. So from there to the destination. Then it is 7 plus distance from C to T. So whichever is minimum. Three options I am having to move from source to the destination. One is this path, other is this path, and the one more. Whichever is minimum among this, I will consider that. That is 1 plus distance from A to T, 2 plus distance from B to T, 7 plus distance from C to T. So whichever is the minimum, so I need to consider that one. So now in order to substitute for this particular formula, first I need to find out what? I need to find out the D of A comma T. That is, this I have to find out, no? So distance from A to T. How many options you are having? So how many outgoing edges are there? Remember that in the backward approach, we will go for a outgoing edges, and in case of the forward approach, we will check for the incoming edges. Okay. How many outgoing edges are there from A? 2. Therefore, it is min of. So what are those options you are having? That is 3 plus distance from D to T, and one more is 6 plus distance from E to T. So these are the two options what you are having. Okay. Now in order to substitute for this, again I have to compute the distance for this. So before that one, I left out here, no? I will compute this. So that is distance from B to T is equal to minimum of, how many outgoing edge you are having from B? 2 outgoing edges are there. So it is B to T, I can go in this path or I can go in this path. Whichever is minimum, that one. So it is how much? 4 plus distance from D to T, or it is 10 plus distance from E to T. So whichever path is minimum, that one. So before this one, after this I have to compute this. What is that? Distance from C to T is equal to an minimum. How many outgoing edges are there from the C? 2 are there. So it is 3 plus distance from E to T. Other one is direct distance is there, that is 10. That is distance from C to T. If you want to write, you write distance from C to T. So direct distance is there. So whichever is minimum, you find out that. Okay. So now what I got, distance, this I wrote. Now in this, which one I want to compute? This and this I want to compute. So write that one. So distance from D to T. So distance from D to T, it is a direct distance. So it is 8, D to T. Then E to T. So it is distance from, E to T. That is this one I am computing now. So how much it is? E to T, 2. Okay. These two are over. D to T is over. E to T is over. E to T, then C to T. So distance from C to T is equal to direct distance 10. Now substitute this one for this. So that is called as a backward approach. So initially which distance I am computing? The last edge distance. Then I am using this one in order to check the distance from A to T. Okay. And B to T, C to T. So backward approach. So initially I am calculating this last edge distance. Then I am substituting them for this. Then I am substituting this for this. Like that. We are going backward direction. We are going in an backward direction. Got it? So now substitute. So it is min of, so it is 3 plus distance from E to T 2. Then direct distance 10. So which is minimum? 5 is minimum. So let it be. Then min of 4 plus distance from D to T 8. Then 10 plus distance from E to T 2. So both are same. Any one I can consider. Now min of 3 plus distance from D to T 8. Distance from E to T 2. So 8 is the minimum. So let it be. Now min of 1 plus distance from A to T 8. Then 2 plus distance from B to T 12. Then 7 plus distance from C to T 5. So whichever is minimum among this, it is 9 is the minimum. So 9. So finally the distance from source to the destination or from source to the terminal is the 9. So this is the minimum path what I got. Now I have to go back and check that what is the path. What is the path? From where I got the 9? From here. Here means which one? Here. Means I am traveling from where to where? So I am traveling from S to A. I am traveling. This one I have taken. No, S to A. So it is S to A I am traveling. Because one I have taken. One is from this. This till I don't know how much it is. So one is from S to A. So S to A. Then I have to go for D of A to T. So in that minimum is I considered from this path. Means I am traveling from where? I am traveling from an A to E. That is I am traveling from A to E. Okay, I am traveling from A to E. Getting my point? I want 6. From 6 where I got? A to E. So path is A to E. Okay, A to E. Okay, now D of ET. ET is nothing but what? From E to the T. So E to the T is 2. So how much? S to A is 1 plus A to E is 6 plus this is 2. It is totally 9 and this is the path which you are traveling. Or you can want to write with a pictorial representation. So this is how we are traveling. With cost 1, 6 and 2. So totally the cost is 9. Getting my point. So this is how the backward approach will work. It is very easy. Backward substitution we are doing it. So that's why it is called as an backward approach. Next we will move on to the forward approach for the same this one. How this forward approach works is, as a name indicate, here we are starting from D of S to A is equal to 1 and distance from S to B is equal to 2 and distance from S to C is equal to 7. Initially the first edge we are computing. Now I want to compute the distance from A to T is equal to minimum of how many incoming edges you are having to the A. How many incoming edges we are having to the A. So it is only one, so that is this one. 1. Okay, distance from S to A we have computed. Now I need to compute the distance from what? Distance from S to next stage D. Okay, so when I want to compute the distance from an S to D, how many outgoing incoming edges are there for the D? So that I need to consider. So it is minimum of A to D is there. So it is distance from S to A plus, okay, distance from A to D. Okay, for next incoming edge it is distance from S to B plus distance from B to D. So it is minimum of, so distance from S to A is already computed. How much it is? 1 plus A to D is 3. Now S to B is already computed here. 2 plus distance from B to D. So B to D is 4. So which is minimum in this one? So minimum is 4. Minimum is 4. Okay. That is S to D over. Now distance from S to E. It is minimum of how many incoming edges are there for the E? There are 3 incoming edges are there for the E. So which are those? So it is how many incoming edges are there for the E? So it is from A, B, C. So distance from S to A plus distance from A to E. Next, here one more incoming edge is there. So distance from S to B plus distance from B to E. Then one more is there, distance from S to C plus distance from C to E. Okay, so minimum of that. So it is minimum of, what is the distance from S to A? Already computed. 1 plus A to E is 6. S to B is 2 plus B to E 10. Then 7 plus this one. 7 plus C to E is 3. So which is the minimum among this one? So it is 7. Okay, 7 is the minimum. Now I wanted to compute the distance from S to E is over. Next stage I have to move. Distance from S to the T. Distance from an S to T. How many incoming edges are there here? 3 incoming edges are there. So it is minimum of, so edges from D. Okay. So distance from S to D plus distance from D to T. One more incoming edge is from the E. Therefore distance from source to the E plus distance from E to the T. One more is from C. So distance from a source to the C plus distance from C to the T. So it is equal to minimum of, so what is source to the D? Already SD you computed, 4 plus distance from D to T, 8. Okay. Now distance from S to E. Distance from S to E, 7 plus E to T, 2. Now distance from S to C. Distance from S to the C. It is their direct distance. 7 plus 10. So which is the minimum among this? 9 is the minimum. So same thing we got. What we got for the backward approach, same thing we got. Now how we got this 9? You find out the path. So in order to find out the path, 9 I got it from this. This means the second one. Second one means E to T. That means finally I have travelled from E to T. Finally I have travelled from E to T. Now this E to T, where is that E to T? No, sorry, this is E to T fine. Then with that we are having S to E. What is S to E? Which is the minimum we got? 7. From where I got the 7? This one. Means we have moved from what? A to E. That is, we moved from A to E. We moved from A to E. Now with that I am having S to A. So S to A means this one. So we are travelling from S to A. So finally S to A to E, E to T. So same thing it is 9. So both the backward approach and the forward approach we got the same value. Both are very easy it is. You can go through. And there are algorithms are also there for this backward and the forward approach. But different textbook they are using the different approaches. So just I'll once go through that one, then I'll explain the algorithm for backward and the forward. But usually previous question papers they have not asked about this algorithm, they asked only for the problem. But no problem, I'll explain the algorithms also for the backward and the forward approach in a next class, or when I am comfort with both of them, then I'll go for explaining the algorithm for the backward and the forward approach. So here again why it is dynamic programming technique is, so first I am taking the simple problem, its result I am using it in a next step. Its result I am using it in a next step. So that's why it is called as an dynamic programming concept. Thank you.